Hello math superheroes. To rounding decimal numbers. In this lesson, we're going to round a number with 2 decimal places to the nearest whole number. We already took that in year 5 last year. Round a number with 2 decimal places to the nearest 10th. This is the new part we'll take in year 6. Exercise 1.2. Let's remember how to round to the nearest whole number. 4.09. As you can see, after the decimal point there is a 0. Then 0 is a weak number, cannot help the 4, so the 4 will be the same. It will be just 4 to the nearest whole number, 4. Then 7.89. I just make sure to take care of the number beside the decimal point. It's 8. 8 is the strong number, so it will help the 7 to go up. So it will be 8. 2.55. Also, after the decimal point there is a 5. So 5 is a strong number, so the whole number will be 3. 7.45. Although there is a 5, but I'm only checking the number beside the decimal point, which is 4. So 7.45 will be just 7. Now, question 2. Leo bought a book costing $14.65. What is the cost of the book to the nearest dollar? Again, 14.65. I take care of the number beside the decimal point, which is 6. To the right of the decimal point, it's 6. 6 is a strong number, so 14 will be 15. And don't forget the dollar sign. Question 3. Which of these numbers rounds to 5 will round into the nearest whole number? Let's check. 4.35, it will be just 4 because after the decimal point or to the right of the decimal point it's 3, which is this weak number, so the number will be 4. So the first one we excluded. 4.05, the same. It's 0, so it will not help the 4. It will be the same as 4. 4.5, yes, 4.5 because 5 is a strong number, so the 4 will go up. What about 5.05? It's 5.05. 0 is a weak number, so the 5 will be the same, which is 5. So yes. What about 4.55? 4.55 also strong number. 5 is strong, so it will help the 4. What about 5.35? Although we have 5, but it will not help the 3 and will not help the 5 go anywhere, so the 5 will be the same because I'm checking only the number to the right of the decimal point. So this will be 5.3, which is only 5. What about 5.5? No, when we say 5.5, the 5 next to the decimal point is strong, so it will help the other 5 to be 6. So this will not be rounded to 5. And the last one also the same. 5.53 will be 6. What about to the nearest 10th? To the nearest 10th means that I need to see the 10th place value. And this number is 4.52. 4.52, we have 5. It's in the 10th place value. We have 2. 2 is weak. So 4.52 will be 4.5. What about this? 7.81. Also the same. I check the 10th. Look next door, it's 1. 1 is a weak number, so I will keep 8 as it is. It will be 7.8. What about 2.35? 3 is the 10th number. 5 is next to it. It's strong, so 5 will help the 3 go up. It will be 4. So the final answer is 2.4. What about the last one? 9.07. 0 is the 10th. Next to the 0 is 7. 7 is a strong number, so the 0 will go up. It will be 9.1. Okay, question 5. Which of these numbers rounds to 7.5 when rounded to the nearest 10th? 7.35? For sure not, because after the decimal point we have 3. Even if we have 5, which is strong, it will help the 3 to go up. It will be 7.4. not 7.5. What about 7.05? Also here we have 0 and then we have 5. 5 is strong, so this would be 7.1, not 7.5. What about 7.51? The 10th place value is 5. Next door is 1. 1 is weak, so the number would be 7.5. What about 7.55? 5, the first one is in the 10th place value. The second one right to it, it's 5 also. So the final answer here will be 7.6, not 7.5. What about 7.49? 4 is in the 10th place value. Check 9, which is near to it or next to it. So 4 will go up, it will be 5, so it will be 7.5. The last one, 7.56, no, it's not, it will be 7.6, not with us. The last one, which will be with us, 7.53, because 7.5 is the same as 7.51. 1 was weak, and here also 3 is weak, so it will keep 7.5 as it is. Let's see question 6. Correct all these statements that are false. 3.04 is 3 when round to the nearest whole number and the nearest 10. This is the problem here. When we round to the nearest whole number and then round to the nearest tenth, it's not the same. When I say whole number, my final answer should be a whole number without any decimals. But when I say nearest tenth, my final answer should be I should have or I must have a tenth number. So if I have here 3.04 to the nearest whole number 3, to the nearest tenth it will be 3.0. I know that 3.0 is meaningless and it means the same as 3, but in rounding, and take care only in rounding questions, if it's written nearest tenth, even if it's a 0, you have to write it as 0. So it's false. 3.04 is 3.0, we'll round it to the nearest tenth, and it will be only 3, we'll round it to the nearest whole number. What about 5.03? It will be 5, yes, we'll round to the nearest whole number, and will be 5.0, we'll round to the nearest tenth. Yes, now it's correct. Yes, true. What about 6.95? Yes, it's 7, we'll round it to the nearest whole number, but when we round it to the nearest tenth, we have 9. 9 next to it is 5, so it's strong. So 9 will increase. It will not be just a 9, it will be a 0 and carry up 1 on the 6, so it will be 7.0. This false. 6.95 is 7.0, we'll round it to the nearest tenth. Okay, think like a mathematician. These questions in every lesson, they are very important. They make you think like a mathematician. The sides of a rectangular face on a cuboid are measured in centimeters to 2 decimal places using a micrometer. This is the micrometer in the picture. It's used to measure length accurately. The measurements are rounded to the nearest whole number. They are 5 centimeter and 6 centimeter. What is the smallest possible perimeter of the rectangle? We are talking about the perimeter of the rectangle. We are rounding to the nearest 2 decimal places, so the smallest possible number could be what? If I have 5 centimeter and 6 centimeter, the smallest number for the 5 will be what? To the nearest 2 decimal places, the smallest possible perimeter and the largest possible. 5 centimeter is between 4.50 and 5.49. 6 centimeter is between 5.50 and 6.49. We are talking about the perimeter. So the smallest perimeter, we need to add them all up. 4.50 plus 4.50 plus 5.50 plus 5.50. Or we can say 4.50 plus 5.50 times 2. This will be 20 centimeter. The largest, will take the 2 largest answers. 5.49 plus 5.49 plus 6.49 plus 6.49. This would be 23.96 centimeter. Let's check. Let's complete 80 plus 70 plus 0.6 0.05, 0.005. What decimal number is represented by the following? If I have 90 plus 7 plus 3 over 10, 1 over 100, 4 over 1000, this will be 97.314. How many times bigger is the value of the digit 6 in 64.53 than the value of the digit 6 in 0.367? What do you think? 6 in the first place, it's in the tens. 6 in the second number is in the hundreds. So how many digits in between them? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. So this means 3 zeros, or we multiply by 1000, so this would be 1000. What is 3.08 rounded to the nearest tenth? Again, to the nearest tenth. What is the tenth? Is 0. Next door is 8. 8 is strong, so it will help the 0 go up. It will be 1, so it will be 3.1. What about 9.55 to the nearest whole number? It's easy. 9.55, as we have 5, which is strong, it will help the 9 go up. Once the 9 go up, it will be what? It will be 10. Let's find the missing number. Here we have 10 times 0.99. B. 705 divided what will be 7.05. Since we have 2 decimal places, this means we divide by a number with 2 zeros, which is 100. Question C. 0.16 becomes 160. So we had 2 decimal places and then an extra 0 in the 160. This means we multiplied by a number that has 3 zeros, which will be 1000. What about the last one? 34 divided 1000. I have 3 zeros, so I must have a number with 3 decimal places. Can I say 0.340? No, this will not work. I should make it 0.34. 0.03. Okay. The announcer said Ingrid won the 100-meter race in 13.9 seconds. Her time was originally measured to 2 decimal places. What was the slowest time she could have run? 3.9. It was rounded to 2 decimal places. What do you think should be the slowest time? Slowest time is 13.94 seconds. Remember, when we are talking about time and racing, the larger the number is the slowest. So here 13.94 will be the slowest time, which is the greatest. We know that 13.91, 13.92, 13.93, all of them will round to 13.9. But because we need the slowest, which one will take more time, so we need the largest number. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.